it's a full moon. So it's time for us to get the cards out for us. See what's up. I'm just going to start us off with some tarot. We've got an itchy palm. That's a good sign, apparently. If you want a full moon reading, it's available now and goes till 3 days after the full moon. Wheel of Fortune. Which I thought, so when I was thinking of like scratching my palm, I was thinking of destiny, and this Wheel of Fortune can be the destiny card. Number 10, Page of Cups, Ten of Wands, Emperor, number 3. Is that Aries? One of Coins and Four of Cups. I don't know why I'm getting Aries, Taurus. This full moon is activating and like unleashing into our destiny, into fortune, into favor, into blessings. It's a door open. So it's like, but it's kind of up to us if we take the opportunity, as always. Culmination, conclusion, approaching the end of a problem, unexpected events may occur. So yeah, from that I'm hearing like we can expect the unexpected. So there could be changes in the way that things like turn out, or even in the ways in which we navigate things. So different parts of, I guess everyone's destiny is different, so different parts of our destiny will be like unraveling or be opened at this full moon. So maybe it's time for us individually to go to the divine, go to source, and be able to ask like what parts of my destiny are being opened at this time. In the full moon reading that we do, which is just a 3-card pull, it's just a smaller reading, I think one of the questions we ask are what doors, opportunities are being opened. If you're interested in that, that's there. Protecting our energy is really important, because there are different things coming through the portal, or the opening of destiny. Or there are certain outcomes playing out. If you don't really believe in destiny in that way, there'll be different things that approach us. So different offers, like emotional, this is more of an emotional context. So like friendship can be to do with work or mahi, but it's quite light, and it's also highlighted to it saying a helpful person. So could be like things being gifted to us or given to us, or offers made in the sense of someone helping us, like a helping hand. It's up to us to determine whether this is like we can trust this, but it is upright. So keeping an open heart is important, I think, in navigating. And as we're going into this like new level of destiny, I'm hearing assurance and reassurance. So source wants to assure us or reassure us that we are protected, 7 of Wands. But also, this is also taking our protection and our self-defense, or defending ourselves, or standing in our power into our own hands, so to speak, or not into our own hands, like giving it to source, but doing the action that we need to do. So some of us have gone through some challenges that may be like ending. Some of us, there could be like something to do with competition involved. So some of us could be competing or applying for, they could be applying for something, in the running for something, making certain negotiations. Some of us could be feeling overwhelmed. And that's why I'm hearing it's important for us to ground. Some of us could get overwhelmed with what is being offered to us. Even if it's just a small offer, I'm not sure why that would be. I guess that would just be different depending on the person. But whatever challenges come up past this new moon, that this like kind of portal is opening for us. Yeah, say your protective prayers, like I'm divinely protected by forces of, or I'm protected by divine forces of nature, or however you go about that. The element of fire, so that could be with candles, that could be charging yourself up in the sun, plants or herbs that are connected to fire or the sun. That's to do with our passions, it's to do with our goals and desires and what drives us. If we have been like already in alignment with our destiny and really working on that, I'm seeing that we have an advantage if we like for ourselves. If we haven't, then there might be some mahi or like work that we have to do. So now's the time, if you haven't already, to like refresh your energy, refresh your approach to things. Naturally, it's a new year, not seasonally, but in the Western calendar, so I guess it counts for something. Nah. The Emperor, 7 of Coins, 4 of Cups. Some of us are being called to detach. And again, I was getting Aries, Taurus energy. And it's number 4. Some of us are being called to detach from like the world as we know it, or our former ways of going about things. Even detaching emotionally from certain accomplishments doesn't mean that you can't celebrate them or know that they have come to pass, but maybe these are things that don't align with some of us anymore, or ways of being like that don't align with us. Some of us are also being called to work through emotional blocks, and that's where that emotional refreshing is coming through. Yeah, there's something I'm getting, like that worldly power, it says, that I'm kind of like not really liking the energy of, but it is what it is, it's there. Some of us are healing our like so-called masculine energy, something about the inner child, and or even like father wounds, or it doesn't necessarily mean a father, it could just be the masculine energy within any person. We could also be healing like what we receive as well, how we receive, and also be called to release things that have built up. Yeah, maybe that's where this detachment is coming from. So like emotions that we don't need. So there's really a big emotional refreshing here for available for us if we want it. So that might mean we have to like identify what we need to detach from. Even like disappointment or things that have caused us discontent. Also, some of us might just need to identify where we experience emotional blocks, where we like stop ourselves from connecting or experiencing fresh intimacy. This could even be like over defensiveness, or it could be other people around us that are in this energy. So take it as it resonates. We'll know when to protect your energy, when to detach, or when you're doing it too much. So it's about finding that harmony and that balance. I'm also seeing a lot of us will be called to focus on what we're building, our legacy, and also harness in over the next few weeks on our so-called masculine energy. Again, like I was saying, healing and seeing restoring that. Could even be to do with, we've got Knight of Swords at the base of the deck. Ideas and stuff that we're establishing, could be ideas of what that so-called masculine energy looks like, means, or even I heard a lot of contemplating, I guess, as people have been slowing down, having some time to slow down. We are figuring out what that will look like. Maybe some of us, this could even be to do with business, career, work. Some of us are looking at what sacrifices need to be made, how we want to rebirth those parts of ourselves. It's quite logical energy. It's like, yeah, it's not very emotional, I will say, this energy. It's positive, and also being called to like consult our higher self, and like I say, like, I believe like our uri, our higher wisdom, our spiritual head, our higher intuition. I know that people can view spirituality as like la-di-da, but the more that I get to know my uri is very, very wise and has a kind of logic that defies time, and it's logical for me because my uri is my own divinity, just as your higher wisdom and uri is your own divinity that guides you. So again, like you might make a decision that other people won't understand, or you could come across with this energy here as quite detached or defensive, but really you're actually defending your territory, you're standing in your power, you're not getting involved emotionally where you know that you're going to be disappointed. So take it where the shoe fits. You might be having some like conversations to do with work, what you're building, this legacy, this destiny. and how you are going to invest. 7 of coins, again, this is very practical. This is very much like, look, like they're stacking their coins up. Some of us are called to, again, invest physically, materially, so that's saving as well, and like looking at what we've accumulated and our progress. So some of us may be called to look at the past and look at, yeah, it's like 6 of coins to 7. So looking at past exchanges. I actually have this affirmation up here. All my connections and exchanges are in harmony. Do not overgive or overspend. Focus on stability, long-term, and grounding your roots. Save and invest in yourself. Tend to your body, health, and wealth. Take action and note your small wins. So I feel like this affirmation is significant. Reorganization, results of effort are nearly due. Yeah, so there's something, I have like stacking it up. So there's something like coming through for us, especially those that have already been putting in the work over the last 7 weeks, 7 months, 7 years, something about 7. Some of us might be called to defend what we have worked for. So you might have to stand up for yourself, like literally by saying something. I don't know. 9 of Wands and 10 of Wands. Yeah, that's like putting in the work. And it's not easy. Look, like there's lots of like construction. Some of you might be literally building something, DIY. And if not literally, it's like something is being formed or formulated and it's just about to be finished. Okay, so for some, like it's something that you've been praying about or formulating in the spiritual realm, and it's almost ready to be produced in the physical. So yeah, if you have been going through any emotional challenges or grief or whatever it may be compassionate with yourself as much as possible. Let go of burdens that are not yours to carry. I know that's easier for me to say, but some of you could be feeling like a lot of pressure because of like maybe like wanting to be successful or wanting something to work out, or I don't know. Yeah, some of you need to clear negative emotions, so release them. If you're into quantum codes are pretty much like numbers. So source, the divine creator, universe responds to numbers. That's why like in the collective right now, people are like obsessed with angel numbers and stuff like that. And also like numbers are in relation to quantum physics or like science, and numbers like are in everything, are in the formulation of everything, like even our bodies, our DNA. Numbers are always involved. Or when I say numbers, I don't mean like the actual written thing, I mean like how many like of something that there is. Hope that makes sense, because I know that a lot of people like don't understand numbers or number sequences and get a bit skeptical about them, but they actually do work. Quantum codes are pretty much like numbers that you can write, that have been formulated, that you can write to. I didn't make them up, by the way, you can Google it. Kind of like putting in, I watch this tarot reader called Authentically Des, they're on YouTube. They have their own quantum code deck, when they like say a bunch of quantum codes all the time. They're really great if you want to go watch them. But they describe it as like putting in an order number to the universe, and then like the universe responds, right? She'll describe it as like going to, yeah, go get some kai or go get some food, and then you like put in your order number, and then you're waiting to receive your order. So it's pretty much the same thing. So the quantum code that we have here is clearing all negative emotions. I can put this quantum code up on the screen properly. The spaces are important, so if you are using it, have the spaces in there. And what you can do is you can write it down, as I have. I like to like write it down and put it on my altar and like burn a candle over it, and then I just put it back in the deck of these cards that I've made. or you can write it on the actual candle. You can write it on a piece of paper and put it, like carry it with you through the day. I would like write them on my body sometimes. So yeah, however you want to do it. But this one might be significant because I feel like some of us have been called to clear negative emotions and detach. I'll write the proper thing up here though. So yeah, make sure you put the spaces in then. And it really does work. Like, it seems like, I know a lot of people are skeptical about that shit when they don't understand, but it does work. Try it. Try it, why not? Like, if you're going somewhere where you know, like, or dealing with someone where you know, like, negative emotions, like someone challenging, like you have to go meet up with someone that's challenging, like you can write the quantum code down on your body or on a piece of paper and put it in your pocket, and it'll just help you, like, clear that ish out. Left ear, caution, warning. Negative energies need to be cleansed from self or others. Incoming, gossip, protect yourself. 7 of Wands. We got 7 of Wands. Right, so some of you'll need to protect your energy. We have the Okrapa Adinkra symbol, which is a healthy soul. It is also a very protective symbol. So you could have like negative, could have people or energies around that don't have your best interest at heart, so be mindful of that. And also if it's just you that is like going through negative feelings, cleanse yourself. You can say a prayer, you can say all my connections and exchanges are in harmony, or do what you know you need to do. Spiritual bath. It's more than okay to live a simple life. Simplicity is also wealth, wisdom, and a smart way of living. Yeah, I'm seeing like Source saying like not to overcomplicate things at this time. Like, one thing even just about me is that I feel like I'm quite simple. Like, I just like basic shit. Might not seem that way, but I don't like, it's sometimes simplicity makes things easier. Also, like, the more stuff you have, even the more money you have, the more things can get more complicated. It doesn't mean that we don't want to have all the resources that we want, and we don't want to be abundant and have more than enough. Of course we want those things, but you can still just enjoy the simple pleasures of life. An example of that would be like, even just with like my groceries or like my kai or my food, like, not with everything, but like not having to overcomplicate shit or buy all these things that have so many ingredients in them. Like, less is more. Does that make sense? We have the Rako, the native plant called whitey wood or mahui. Indigenous tangata whenua Māori use this or have used this for like firewood, and it is like, it's a really good plant for like kindling and burning things. Just burns really well. So I've written divine spark, flames of creativity, joy, and life, revitalize, fresh. Yeah, and I think I spoke on like plants of the fire element, didn't I? So this could be a plant that is helpful for you all to cleanse and balance the chakras or energy centers, to open and heal them. Yep, so this is a quantum code for that. 56 space 51 space 521. So I'm actually just going to do this now, so you all know what I mean. So what you can do is just, so it's 56 51 521, and I have tattoos on me so people can't tell, and because I'm dark skinned. So that's a quantum code on me to help me cleanse my energy centers, keep them clean throughout the day. And then we have society / they cannot control you or your story. You are not easily manipulated or manipulative. So Yeah, some of you might be feeling like people are trying to take advantage of you, or people are trying to manipulate you. Just know that you are in charge of your own energy. Even just in terms of society, like there's always things being like bombarding us, especially around this time, with like how we need to live, how we need to be, what we need to have, what we need to accumulate by this time, by this age. Know what is going to be good for you. You know, I feel like I just heard like feeding the ego. That's only feeding the negative ego, or a negative sense of identity. Even with our connections and our exchanges, like maybe some of us need to release control when it comes to trying to control other people. Also, if someone has been telling you, this is quite specific, if someone has been telling you that you're being manipulative, specifically for this message, I'm seeing that that's not true. Don't trust easily. Not all are well intentioned. Protect your belongings, heart, ideas, and divine spark. Yeah, so at this current time, it's really important to protect your energy, your ideas, and this isn't to be like, I don't trust nobody. It's not that. It's just being like intentional, and remembering to protect yourself, keeping your heart open, but also just being mindful of the energies around you, especially with the left ear. That's like a warning that something is incoming, or something needs to be cleaned, or just cleansed. We just need to be mindful. You are an artist and divine creator. Source values your art. Don't live by other people's standards. So that's a big message, not to live by other people's standards at this time. Live how you want to live. Be you. And I heard, and be fruitful. That's what's going to be fruitful for you. Yes, as it is time to continue to follow your heart and Uri. So following your purest heart's intentions and your spiritual head, like we were saying. Follow your own logic. And then we also have, I saw this before but didn't say anything. Clean out dust, vacuum, take out rubbish, clean windows, what needs to be cleared. So even more than physically or physically, what needs to be cleared and cleansed out of your life. There could be something that you're holding on to that you no longer need, or is like quote unquote taboo for you. So like you shouldn't have that thing or be doing that thing at this time, or could be a food that you're eating. So notice how like your body is responding to certain people, places, things. Because this full moon is, and we have 6 of coins. This full moon is calling us to clear out our energy and just realign our exchanges, so we can have 9 of Cups, this emotional satisfaction. So especially if you've like already like cord cut and cleansed this end of year, can be really easy right after you've done it, or even if you've like stopped a habit or something like that, it'd be really easy to go back into it, particularly as you've just done it. Like I've just done a couple return to sender rituals for people, and once you've like right after like the next few weeks, you can feel like you might want to go back to that thing, or that habit or person or place or environment is like trying to draw you back in. It's a quite common effect of letting go of something. So be strong, fam, in terms of what you're deciding you want to achieve, what you're detaching from, who you're detaching from, and protect your energy.